What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 14th day of June. Here we are, halfway through the month almost. Damn, man. 105.3K, 20 hours, 50 minutes left in the day here, and volatility it is, man. Volatility it is. Absolute volatility. I very much do believe that that was our low. I think that was a nice massive recovery above average volume. That was actually the most volume that we've seen since June 6th. It's the 14th now, so over a week. That's nice to see. Right, wouldn't that be a week if it was the 13th? That would be a week's time, actually, technically. And the last time we actually saw volume of that magnitude or higher was coming off of these lows here. So I wonder, I don't know, you connect the dots. On a smaller scale, right, this consolidation range is a lot larger. I don't know why that didn't work. A lot larger than this consolidation range, right? But if we look back and see what happened before we continue to that next phase higher in this consolidation range right here, you notice we did very similar stuff, right? We went up, we went down, we went up more, we went down more, higher lows, and then we ripped. Only after that massive drop, it's like we had a breakout, and then we dropped down, and then boom, then we had the real breakout, right? I feel like that happened here. We did break out. No, we were not above this high. But I think that at the time, just looking at this was the consolidation phase slanted to the downside. We broke out of it. What we've done is we've back tested that consolidation range for support. You see what we did there? Looking at this from a trend line perspective, trying to draw, I can't draw straight trend lines to save my ass, but if we're looking at this, maybe it'd be better on a 4-hour time frame. Let's try it on a 4-hour, yeah, because the daily time frame maybe not so much. Let's see. Try to line this up a little bit better. I feel like that. I'm not trying to line it up here. I'm trying to line it up with this, and it actually just lines up perfectly. It literally does line up perfectly. Yeah, we had a little fake out there in accordance, but I'm just drawing a line of best fit. It looks like we broke out right here, right? Broke out, back tested it there. We back tested it here. This is actually really good, guys. As time goes on, I'm becoming more and more convinced that that was the low and we're not going to go lower. But again, it's very important to consider that prices absolutely can go down lower. If we were to go lower, the areas to consider, this does not mean that we're in a bear market. This does not mean that Bitcoin's dead, and this does not mean that we are forsaken. It just means that we had a little turbulence coming our way. But low to high, if we were to go lower than this low, lower than that low, the area we would find support at would be about 95.6K, $96,000, something in that area, $95 to $96,000 at that 382. So if we go lower, that's the extent of it. We'd find support at prior resistance here, prior resistance there, prior support here, what we were doing for like 28 days there, right at the base of this kind of range. Very immaculate area to find support, and then we'd rip to the upside, right? A lot of people think that 100K needs to hold as support. It's like a psychological thing, and maybe it does. That's exactly what we did over here. Maybe it does. But if we go a little bit below it, I would say 96, 95K, that's still 100K in like the grand aspect of it, right? Round up. You know, it basically is. But I digress. Let's get into the short-term stuff, and then we'll come back to this and look at some other stuff, okay? Looking at the 1-hour time frame, if we're looking at this here, you are seeing higher highs in the RSI. You are getting higher highs in the price. I wouldn't say this looks like a bear flag. There was kind of that look in the beginning, right? You had this bear flag look right here, but we've broken out of that and then kind of like continued upwards. It's so far gone that I feel like it's just too big of a flag relative to the flagpole. You know, the flag being the same size as the flagpole, just that doesn't make sense to me. So probably not a bear flag. We are breaking down, to be completely fair. Breaking down with a little bit of volume, but nothing too crazy. We're on the index. Let's look at Coinbase. Let's see, because Coinbase is the second biggest exchange. Yeah, we're not moving down with too much volume. We're actually at a better area to find support, if anything. We're lingering above the 50. I think we're going to break out higher. Yeah. I think a lot of people are waiting. They're waiting for that next drop down, and it's just systematically slowly moving up, keeping people on the edge of their seat, waiting for this drop to come, and it's just not going to come because Bitcoin's so bullish, crypto's so bullish right now, you guys. And again, not to be insensitive, but I don't think that this very old conflict, it's not new what's going on between Iran and Israel. This very old conflict that will likely resolve itself pretty damn soon, as it normally does. And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm saying that because in the last year and a half, I've seen this happen 3 times. I think we all have, where Israel or Iran breaks the ceasefire, and then something comes up where they reinstate a ceasefire. And maybe it hasn't been 3 times. I don't know how many times it's been, but it's at least happened multiple times. This is not the first time that I've seen this happen. And the reality is this conflict's been going on for a long time. Because of that, I think that the break of the ceasefire it attributed to the shakeup in the markets. Maybe we were shaking up regardless. Maybe that's just what Bitcoin does. I think that is just what Bitcoin does. It might have added to it. But I don't think it's going to continue to hold the markets down, even if this conflict persists or gets bigger. As long as no other countries get involved, I can't see this negatively impacting the price, right? Why? Because conflicts do promote uncertainty. They do promote fear. But this is a conflict that's been going on for a very long time. And therefore, we kind of know what to expect. You know what I mean? And that's, again, not to be insensitive. That's what I'm looking at, right? It's like a bad relationship in high school. Not to compare it to that, but I'm just saying it's like a bad relationship in high school. If you had your friend Stacy, who's with your buddy Johnny, and they get together and they break up every month, and then they're going to get back together next week, or like we know what to expect at this point. We know what to expect. There's no uncertainty there. That might have been a bad example, but I don't know what else to say. So looking at the 1 hour RSI, we do have higher highs in the RSI and higher highs in the price. We do have lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price. That's a good thing. That's hidden bullish divergence. On top of that, we've got a decay in volume with continuing to drop. This is all bullishly inclined stuff. I think we will continue to build. 15-minute time frame might suggest we go a little bit lower. So if we entertain that thought, let's just look at this here from a low at about 102.7K to the high here at about 106.2K, okay? From a low to a high. Is that funny? 102.7, 106.2, not 107.2. It's like it almost flipped, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if we went down to about 105K just below there. We probably do go just below 105K, maybe as low as 103.8 or 104K, something at the golden ratio there. But I would suspect that whatever it is we do, it'll be a higher low from this area here. I wouldn't be surprised at all, man. All the bears, they're probably going to celebrate. We broke out. That means Bitcoin's going lower. Nope. That's as it does. We already had the low, bro. We already had the low. It already happened, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Maybe in 24 hours, I'll have some egg on my face. We'll see. 4 hour time frame here. Looking at this, immaculate rejection off the oversold zone. Right, you got into it, you got out of it immediately, and here we are above the 40. Ripped all the way up above the 40. That's nice to see. We got 42 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. I'm kind of curious to see how it goes. At this rate, I'm expecting 1 of 2 outcomes, right? Either we go a little bit lower, we find a higher low, right? Maybe we close, we get a 4 hour close to a 4 hour candle to close just below 104.3K, right? Giving us some bullish divergence, higher lows in the price, lower lows in the RSI. Bounce right off that oversold zone. That would be perfect. Or we'll just keep doing what we've been doing, right? Just slowly working our way back up, baiting the bears to take a short at every single higher high that we get, validating them for a time. They're not going to take profits because they think we're about to go off the edge of a cliff, and then we move up, and then their shorts are underwater. Giving them hope again, shorts are underwater even more. Giving them hope again, now you're liquidated. You know what I mean? And that's fire. That's fuel to the fire to send us higher. Man, I'm not trying to rhyme, but it just happens sometimes. Did that happen again? I don't know. From a high to a low here, we've hit the 886 all the way down to the 236. It's just crazy. Such a crazy. I can't tell you the last time that I've seen this. I mean, I look at fibs all the time. I don't know the last time that I saw that kind of behavior. Just right up to the 886 and right down to the 236. It's not common. Very, very wicked stuff. But you found support right at the right area, closing all the way back above the 382. Love to see it. I definitely believe that's the low, and we're on our way higher. We're set up to see some immaculate growth next week with yesterday's close, the 13th there. We do have this scenario, as long as today closes green, where we could bounce off this 50 area. Short, we're a little bit below the 50, but sometimes you reject just above the 50. Sometimes you find resistance just above the 50. You know, you're still bouncing, quote unquote, off of the 50 area. I know it looks like we're pointed down now, but if the day closes green, we're going to be pointed up. So it's actually a good look. Rejecting this area, coming down, bouncing off the 50, we'd absolutely be getting overbought. sometime between now and the coming days, right? Sometime next week, I would definitely expect, and that implies that as early as next week, and that's the expectation actually, that we will see new all-time highs sometime next week. Yeah. 115K, 120K, maybe even higher than that. Going into the end of the month, we're looking for 130, 140K and beyond that, right? Of course, this move, I think, will progress past that. We will see further prices, higher prices, 170 to 190K right there in the middle. 180K might be where we go. From a high, prior all-time high, to the low that we had on April 7th, we look out here. We're actually very, very constructive on this fib, by the way. Finding support on the 786 coming up, finding support on the 886. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to see the extensions. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we're going higher. Anybody who thinks we're going in a bear market right now, I feel bad for them. I really do feel. In crypto, people get so tribal. They'll be like, "Ha, eat it, bears, suck it. Now I'm gonna have fun buying up your Bitcoin. Now you're not. Now you're not a part of the market. You lose. Go short. Lose all your money. Lose your life savings. I love it." I'm like, no, dude, that sucks. I hate seeing people lose money, right? Because you're in the right space to make money. You've got the right technology. It's right in front of you. These are people, man, who are selling here. These are the people that in 10 to 20 years from now, they're going to have like serious seller's remorse for this. Like, I don't even know, man. It's like breaking my heart just to think about it. I feel really bad for anybody who's panicking here and selling out. I've read through a lot of comments on my own YouTube channel, on X.com, just the amount of fear that's happened because of the whole threat of World War III. I had a guy get upset that I had that in my title, right? I was just addressing it. Everybody's talking about it. What? Because I had it in my title, I'm a bad person? That doesn't make it. Get over yourself. You're self-righteous, man. But beyond that guy, everybody else I feel bad for. The people that are panic selling, man, because of this news. It's scary news. The headlines make it scary. We're human beings. It's meant to do that. But whenever you sit back and you look at this for what it is, it's nothing new. This isn't anything new. A lot of us out there might be feeling like, I don't know what to expect. Anything could happen. World War III is going to happen. Some people made a good point. We've been in World War III. That's what the Cold War was up until now. And I could see that. War, real war, I think is now like financial or economic. It's for resources. It's not just boots on the ground, right? That's kind of like a distraction now. It's a theater, and it's sad because it's people's lives that they're playing with. But there's things behind the scenes that are being done, right? That are happening behind the scenes. The real war is happening behind the scenes. I could see that. Maybe it has been going on this whole time. But the idea, the narrative that's being pushed out there that there's going to be some kind of nuclear war that's coming our way. The media loves to push that shit because you guys, whether you hate it or you love it, you engage with it, and that's how they make money. That's how they make money, and that's how they get you to buy into their programming, man, to keep up with them, right? Very much, I believe that we're going to go up to this 180 to 190K area, 2272 right up there. It's absurdly common for Bitcoin to go not to its 2272, but just above it, that would be my expectation, is that we go just above it there, probably around 180 to 185K. But time will tell. We're at 105K now. That expectation is by the end of July to get up to this area. I would think that we're up at this area by the end of June. And the rest is history. So that's all I got. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves. I'm really excited that the recovery that we had yesterday, because if we can, over the next day and 21 hours, if we can reverse this week and close green, that would look really good. Every green week that we get, we're inching closer to this overbought zone. And as soon as we get in the overbought zone, you guys, on the weekly, ain't nothing holding this bad boy back. We are going. We're really close to going. We're almost there. We just got to be a little patient. All right, take care. Bye-bye.